Hello everyone, in today's video I'm going to be unboxing and having a first look at Miele's TriFlex HX1 cordless vacuum cleaner. This particular version is the cat and dog. There are other versions available, and during the course of the video I'll explain the differences between the various models. But this is the cat and dog one, as I said, so without any further ado, let's get it opened. There are three different models of TriFlex available in the UK. The model above this one is the Pro that comes with an additional battery and charging cradle, but it doesn't come with the mini electro brush the cat and dog version comes with. The base model doesn't have a HEPA filter and there's no headlight on the cleaning head. Okay, well, let's have a look at the HX1 cat and dog, which I think will possibly be the most popular model in the UK, especially if you have any furry friends. So first thing out, we get a regular upholstery nozzle, and this is just the same size as the nozzle you'd get with full-sized Miele cylinder cleaners. You get a little dusting brush with synthetic brushes, and it also angles so you can adjust it for cleaning different areas. So this is the additional tool that only comes with the cat and dog version, although you can buy it as an optional extra. This mini electro brush has its own independent 30-watt electric motor that drives the brush roll. So this is ideal for picking up pet hair off your furniture, stairs or car interior. This is the wand, and you'll see that it's all plastic, but it seems, just getting it out of the box, seems pretty strong, and it's finished in a matte and gloss black colour scheme, which is quite attractive. Here we have a little crevice tool. Again, they're the same size tools as you get with full-sized Miele vacuums, so if you have a Miele cylinder, you probably find that all the tools should fit the TriFlex. Here we have the handle that also incorporates the on-off switch and the 3-position motor. So you've got 1, 2 and max. This is the charging cradle that you're supposed to mount onto a wall. If you don't want to put it on the wall, you can charge the machine just by plugging in the mains adapter. Here's the battery. As I said, this machine comes with one battery. If you want 2 batteries, you can buy the Pro version if you don't want the mini electro brush. But of course, you will be able to buy separate batteries if you want. I'm sure Miele on their website will offer batteries, so you can always have one battery fully charged while you're using the machine, and if it runs out of power when you're halfway through your cleaning, you can just pop in another battery. Here we have storage for the 3 small tools. The cleaner itself. In this box will be the mains charger. And of course this is a UK version, so it comes with a 3-pin plug. But if you're watching this in another country, obviously it will be supplied with the adapter suitable for your sockets. Got the instruction book, and finally we've got the electro brush for cleaning carpets and hard floors. As with most cordless cleaners, you have to fully charge the battery before first use. There is a little bit of charge in the battery when you unbox it, but don't be tempted to use the machine until you've plugged it in and charged it for approximately 4 hours. So here is the battery. We've got a little sticker we need to remove. And this is where the battery connects to the machine. The battery is inserted into the cleaner here. Make sure the writing is on the bottom, and then you just slide it in like so and press it down until it clicks into position. This is the charging port here, so this is where you can plug in the mains adapter. And then of course plug it into a suitable socket outlet. You can actually charge the battery away from the machine as well, and just charge it like this. But if you have it out of the machine, it won't show you the status of the charge. So if you want to see when the machine's fully charged, charge it with the battery inserted. When you first plug in the charger, the bottom light will flash slowly to indicate there is approximately 0 to 34% of charge in the battery. As the battery charges, the lights illuminate. When it's fully charged, all the lights will illuminate, and then about 10 minutes after that, all the lights will go out to indicate the battery is fully charged. Miele have named this cleaner TriFlex because it can be used in 3 different configurations. So to use it as a handheld cleaner, we can connect the handle directly to the machine like so. Just push it in until you hear a click, and then you can attach any of the nozzles onto the end. So for example, if I just want to clean my upholstery, I can connect the upholstery nozzle. You can of course connect the wand to the end if you want to reach up high, and you can attach any of the small tools directly to the cleaner or to the end of the wand. Of course, with the cat and dog version, you can also connect the mini electro brush, but it is also possible, if you've got stairs to clean, carpeted stairs, you can connect the main floor nozzle directly to the handheld unit as well. The next configuration Miele call maximum range, which enables you to clean up high or under low furniture. So for maximum range mode, you need to connect the wand to the machine. With the button facing forward, just push until it clicks, and then connect the power head to the end of the wand. Again, press it in until it clicks, and now you can use the machine the same way as you'd use many cordless vacuum cleaners of this type. Using it this way enables you to clean under low furniture, and of course when you take the electro brush off, you can attach any of the other nozzles. So I could put the dusting brush on the end like that and clean high up to do some high level dusting. The final configuration is comfort mode, which is best used when you're cleaning larger areas of carpet and hard floor, because all the weight of the machine is lower down, so it's easier to handle. So to operate the machine in comfort mode, you have to remove the wand first, just by pressing the button. Now this is obviously brand new, so it's going to be a bit stiff. I'll do it this way around, it'll be easier. There we go. Then you'd attach the main electro brush directly to the cleaner like this. You then need to remove the handle. There is a little switch or button just underneath, so you just squeeze that and then you can pull the handle off. Then you attach the wand to the machine like so. Again, push until it clicks into position, and finally the handle now fits onto the end of the wand like so. So when used in this way, most of the weight of the cleaner is much lower down. There's hardly any weight in your hand. Some cordless vacuum cleaners I've looked at, in fact the majority of them, the stick variety, have the motor unit high up, and they can become tiring to use after a while. Well, this TriFlex design solves that problem, because I can tell you now it is very light to hold when used in the comfort mode. So this is the mode that most people will use it when they're cleaning their carpets and hard floors. And of course, you can see in this mode, it stands up on its own. You don't have to lean it up against the wall like some machines. You can actually charge it like this as well, just by plugging in the charger under the battery and just have it next to a suitable socket. That is, if you don't want to connect the charging cradle to a wall. There are 3 power levels to choose from on the comfort handle. Setting 1 is the lowest power level for light soiling. Setting 2 is the medium power level for normal soiling, and maximum is the highest power level for heavy soiling. The dust container needs to be emptied before the dirt reaches the maximum fill line. To remove the container from the cleaner, you simply turn the top anti-clockwise until the first stop, and then you can lift the container out of the machine. Once the dust container is over the bin, you turn the lid to the second position and the flap will open at the bottom, allowing the dirt to escape. You then close the top, close the bottom until it clicks, and then place back into the machine. The fine dust filter on this Miele TriFlex is located in the bin, and Miele recommend you clean it at least once a month. To locate the filter, you'll see this little pull tab. You need to pull it firmly out of the machine and clean it by tapping it on the edge of your dustbin, going all round like that in a circular motion to free the dirt. There is no mention of being able to wash this filter in Miele's instructions, so I would advise not washing it. You will be able to buy replacements, I'm sure, direct from Miele's website. Another thing you can do, and I've done this with many other cordless and bagless cleaners, if you've got another vacuum cleaner to hand, you can use the dusting attachment of that and clean the fins of this filter using your other machine. There is a further pre-filter located in the center, which you need to unlock. There's a locked and unlocked position. So this is brand new, so it might be a little bit stiff. There we go. That filter again needs cleaning. You can tap it clean or brush it clean with a soft brush, or again use another vacuum cleaner to make sure there is no dust on that filter. But as I said, there are no mentions of washing these filters in the instruction book, so do not wash them. Once that filter is clean, you can place it back, just line it up, and then you locate it into the locked position. Just turn it until it locks, and then you can put the pre-filter, sorry, the fine filter, back on the top like that. Now, it's very easy to show you when it's all clean, but I'll have to show you later when it's all dirty to see how messy cleaning the filters and actually emptying this machine is. To maintain the efficiency of the electro brush, it's important that you keep the brushes clear of any threads and fibres or any pet hair or human hair that has wrapped around it. Now, Miele have made this quite easy to do. You'll see on the back of the brush a little slide control here. Just slide it to the open position, and then there's an arrow here on the end cap. Simply slide that to the open position, and then here you can pull out the brush in one easy action. And you'll see that there are two slots either side. That's so you can put a knife or a pair of scissors down just to cut all the hairs off, and then of course remove them and then pop it back into the machine. While the brush is out, if you want to, you can give the cavity a bit of a wipe. You'll notice a spindle here. You have to make sure that when you're inserting the brush, that it actually fits onto the spindle correctly, like so. And of course, make sure this orange end cap is pushed fully home, and then you can close the little sliding end cap and then lock it into position using the slider here. Unfortunately, the mini electro brush doesn't have an easy to remove brush roll, but you still have to make sure you keep the brushes clear of any pet hair or threads and fibres. Again though, there is a groove on either side where you can pass a knife or an open pair of scissors to cut the hair and then just pick it off. You'll be able to see via the clear head here if it gets tangled up, and obviously if it gets caught up with lots of hair, it's not going to work very efficiently. Well, obviously I'm eager to show you the Miele TriFlex in action, but I have to wait 4 hours for the battery to fully charge. So that's what I'm going to do, charge the battery, and then we'll show you this machine in action. Okay, well, the Miele TriFlex is now fully charged, and I've come into my kitchen to try it out for the first time. The first surface I'm going to try it on is this doormat just in front of me. I've not put any extra dirt down. This is the doormat as it is. I've not vacuumed for a few days, so this is genuine dirt brought in from the outside and some crumbs and things from the kitchen. So I'm going to use the Miele TriFlex on this mat on its lowest power setting to start with, on setting 1, just to see how effective it is on its lowest setting. Well, the Miele TriFlex had no trouble cleaning up all the dirt from this entrance mat, and that's on setting 1. Well, while I'm in the kitchen, I'm going to put some dirt down onto my kitchen floor and see how well the TriFlex copes with cleaning hard floor surfaces. Okay, well, I've made a mess of my kitchen floor by throwing down some loose leaf tea, rice and rolled oats. Obviously, this is a bit of an extreme test for the Miele TriFlex, but it'll be interesting to see when I pass the Miele straight through the middle of this dirt, forward and back, if it leaves a nice clean path. Again, I'm going to try it on the lowest setting, setting 1. Well, as you can see, the Miele TriFlex has made short work of all this mess, and it didn't snowplow either. It may snowplow some larger particles, breakfast cereal, cat litter, etc. But for these particles, everything was picked up. So that's pretty impressive, and also considering that was on its lowest power setting. I'm going to clean up the rest of the mess in this kitchen, and then I'll pop into my living room and we'll try the Miele on a longer pile carpet. I've noticed that the dirt inside the bin is near the max fill line, so before I continue with the demonstration, I'm just going to empty the dirt out. So as I showed you earlier in the video, we need to partly turn the ring at the top in the direction of the arrow, and then we can remove the bin. And then obviously, if you've got allergies, it's probably best to empty this in an outside bin so you're not breathing in too much dust. Once it's over the bin, you turn the collar at the top another notch in the direction of the arrow, and hopefully the flap at the bottom will open. There we go. So that was quite a clean empty, and as you can see, it's pretty empty. I'm not going to look at the filters at this stage, we'll look at the end of the video. So there we go, that's emptied. Just have to close the container now, like so, and then pop it back into the machine. Okay, well, I've put down some dirt on my plush living room carpet to see how well the Miele TriFlex copes. Now I'm going to use again just setting 1. And for a change, I'm just going to pull the machine back. I'm not doing 2 passes. I'm going to pull the machine backwards through the middle of this dirt and see how well the Miele copes. And as I said, again, I'm going to try it on setting 1. Well, that would be an impressive result for a mains powered vacuum cleaner, but a very impressive result considering this Miele is cordless, and even more impressive when you consider I used it on its lowest power setting. Now when I look closer I can see traces of the purple sand and a few bits of glitter, but the rest of the dirt seems to have been removed. Obviously another couple of passes and hopefully the rest of the sand will be removed. I may have to increase the suction to level 2 just to make sure I get a thorough clean, but this is quite a plush carpet. Well, I'm really impressed with how this Miele TriFlex coped with my plush pile carpet. Most of the dirt was picked up on the lowest power setting, but I did click to setting 2 to finish the job. Now on setting 3, well, that's got a lot of oomph. I'll show you it on setting 3. I don't think, to be honest, I will need to use the machine on setting 3, certainly not on this carpet, but if you've got very dirty carpets, heavy soiling, you may find setting 3 is needed from time to time. But for general day-to-day cleaning, I think setting 1 will be more than adequate. Before I demonstrate the mini electro brush, I'll just show you the difference between each setting, starting with setting 1 and then finishing with setting 3. Before I demonstrate the mini electro brush, I'm going to convert the TriFlex into handheld mode. So first of all, I'm going to remove the handle and wand by pressing on this button here and taking it away from the machine, and then removing the handle from the end of the wand using the button on the underside, like so. And then I'm going to put the handle back directly onto the cleaner. And then I'm going to remove the large electro brush and insert the mini electro brush. So now I've got the handheld cleaner ready to clean stairs and upholstered furniture. This mini electro brush comes standard with the cat and dog version, though you can buy it as an optional extra to fit the other TriFlex models. I've rubbed some dog hair on this chair to see how well the mini electro brush copes with it. Again, I'm going to be using setting 1. Well, considering I forgot to empty the bin after the carpet demo, it didn't do too bad, and that was on setting 1. Obviously, it was a little bit tenacious, that dog hair, but with an empty dust container and possibly on a higher setting, I think it would deal with that much quicker. I've just removed the electro brush to see how much of that pet hair got caught around the brushes, and as you can see, they're still pretty clean, but I expect with continued use you might find human and pet hair getting wrapped around here. But I showed you earlier how you can clean the brushes. Not as easy to clean as the main electro brush that has the removable brush, but it does have those grooves so you can pass a scissors or a knife down the side and cut the hair off. But all in all, a fair performance for pet hair. To finish off the demonstration, I've put some more dog hair on my carpet and I'm going to try and remove it using the main electro brush. This time I'm going to start the machine on setting 2. If I need to, I'll click on to setting 3 if this pet hair proves to be a little bit more stubborn. Here goes then. This is setting 2. Earlier in the video I said it should be possible to use other Miele accessories with this cleaner. In fact, at the back of the instruction book it shows you various optional tools you can buy. But if you have an existing Miele cleaner, you'll find that you can use the tools from that on the TriFlex. So just to prove the point, I've got myself here a Miele Ecotech head from a canister machine and also a hard floor nozzle. So fingers crossed this should work. If I remove the main electro brush, we'll just see if I can fit this dedicated hard floor tool. And yes, you can. That fits directly onto the end, and it'll also fit when you've got the cleaner in the other configuration. So if you've got delicate hard floors, or if you've got wooden floors with a gap, you might find that this type of nozzle will clean the debris from the gaps better than the electro brush. But that proves my point. You can fit them, and if you wanted to fit a straight suction nozzle, although I'm not sure why you would, you can. Possibly if you've got a very delicate lightweight rug you don't want to use a brush on, you could use a straight suction nozzle. I'm just going to try it. Not sure how it's going to work on this carpet. Well, surprisingly that seems to work pretty well. Of course I've not done a demo with it, but that just proves my point. You can use any of the optional tools, but of course as standard with this one, as you saw earlier in the video, you do get these 3 small tools. Again, they're just the same as the tools you get with a full-sized Miele cleaner. Before I end this video, I'm going to show you what I consider to be the main flaw of this Miele TriFlex, and that is the dust emptying. It is fiddly and it's a bit hard to get the container back on. Often you'll find it's not picking up. It's because you haven't clicked the container. Sometimes it takes a bit of force to click it into position, and cleaning it out I think is going to be a messy job. So removing it, that's fairly easy. I've just done the pet hair demo, and as you can see there's all the pet hair in there, so I don't think the pet hair is going to fall out without some help. Let's give it a go. As you can see, you're going to have to put your hand in. There's quite a lot trapped up there. You can of course remove the filter entirely. You can remove the inner filter, and I'll show you that actually in a minute because that's quite dirty. You can remove this entirely, and then of course you should be able to empty the bin completely, so that's okay. But now we're left with this filter, and this I think is the main problem with this Miele. Now you can remove this mesh part. You can just clean it with a cloth. You've got the inner part which you have to pull to remove. There we are. So here's the inner pleated filter, and then as you saw earlier, That's the other filter, which is fairly clean, but there's dust all around the seals. There's dust all in here. This, I would say, you can rinse that. I think the instructions, if I remember, I think you can rinse that under running water as you can with the main bin. But I've checked the instructions again, and it doesn't say that you can wet clean either of these filters. And as you can see, this pleated filter, there was some flour in the carpet demo, and look. So that is the main problem I find. You can clean it off and it is coming off. Use another vacuum with a dusting brush to get it really clean, but bear in mind, periodically you'll have to make sure that filter is clean. Obviously I've done some extreme demos in this video. I wouldn't expect you to pick up so much dirt in one go. For regular day-to-day use, I don't expect you to have this much dirt, but after maybe a month of regular use, it's always best to clean the filter. I mean, it is coming off. It is even more flour coming off. I didn't put a load of flour, but as you can see, it's not very efficient at removing the dirt from the airstream. A lot of the fine dust, as you can see, is sucked straight onto the filter. It is a shame, but I wouldn't let me put you off buying this machine. It is expensive, but the results, the demo I've given you today has impressed me. I wasn't that impressed when I first got this cleaner until I started making some demos. So yeah, it's a considered purchase, but if you love your Miele cleaners and you've got a Miele cylinder cleaner and want something to use for day-to-day use, then I would look at the TriFlex. Well, that's about the end of my review and demonstration on this Miele TriFlex Cat and Dog vacuum cleaner. If you have any questions, anything I haven't covered in the video, please ask below and I'll do my best to answer them. Now, at the time of making this video, Miele have an offer on this machine. They'll allow you to try it for up to 90 days and return it, no questions asked. Now, you can get that offer direct from Miele's website or selected retailers, including John Lewis. So as long as you follow the rules and regulations of that promotion, it's risk-free. Have it in your home for up to 3 months, and if you don't like it, you can return it for a full refund. So that's the end of the video. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe and thumb up if you like the video, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye for now.